The older I get, the more I dislike personal development content. It's kinda odd, eh? I built my whole following on self-development, and I continue to do so. However, the trend of personal development seems ingenuine, or perhaps I should say not as humanistic. I say this because a lot of this personal development content ignores the fact that we're human beings, and instead forces upon us this idea that we can all reach. Here's the thing, ideals are for the naive. But anyways, where am I going with all this? One of the personal development trends that gets a lot of eyeballs is how to get out of a rut. And although all this content gives great advice, they tend to ignore one aspect of being in a rut, which is that we have to be okay with being in one. Now, I know I sound pretty crazy, maybe I'm even drunk, but I'm not slurring my speech, so I think I'm okay. But I digress. With ruts, we have to be okay with them. And instead of asking how to get out of it so quickly, we have to ask ourselves, what can we learn from it? When we're in a rut, our bodies and mind are trying to communicate with us that something is wrong, and we have to listen to it. It's asking us to pay attention to ourselves and to do some self-exploration. Even though ruts feel like crap, we have to envision it like we're going through hell, where we come out of it much more wholesome and wiser. We learn knowledge. We cannot learn wisdom. Wisdom arises through the assimilation of suffering. Suffering assimilated enlarges the personality, brings amplitude to the soul. When we avoid ruts and other forms of suffering, we deny ourselves to enlarge ourselves. As I've mentioned so many times, many myths and literature show how the protagonist goes through their own hell or rut, only to come out of it as a more mature person who can solve problems that have dumbfounded them before. Now, I want to forewarn you not to fall into the trap of not living your life while in a rut. Please, still work out, engage with your hobbies, be social, but don't fight the feelings of the rut. Let it sit in you. Just be willing to explore it and allow it to teach you something. And believe it or not, the rut will be over and you will have gained insights. However, another rut will come after some time, which is just part of life. Life has its seasons and we have to respect it. When we can do that, we'll learn to appreciate all phases of life, no matter how painful. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thank you again for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my newsletter, and guys, remember, you're not just any type of nerd, you're a charismatic nerd.